We work at the intersection of materials and the nervous system, and we use materials to shape environments in the nervous system to cause healing to happen. And we cause healing to happen in peripheral nerves, in diabetic nerves, in spinal cord injury, and with brain tumors and how to treat them. So we use materials to shape environments that cause healing to happen. The nervous system is a tough field to work at because we don't fully understand it. So if you think about technology and where it's most impactful today, it's in most places it's either with imaging to take a picture, or where there is a structural need, like a valve that needs to open and close, or a stent that keeps the blood vessel open, or a hip implant. In the nervous system, the need is not a structural need, but a functional need. A communication needs to happen, a cell needs to fire, and things like this. So the challenges are great, and I am personally drawn to things that are hard to do. I think there's a joy in doing things that are hard to do. Traditionally, we've been thinking about, can we replace tissues? Can we grow a tissue, an organ in a dish and transplant it and have spare parts of all different sizes and flavors and colors maybe, and then you would transplant them. But I think where the future is going is in understanding why healing happens when it does, or more importantly, doesn't happen when it doesn't happen. And we are thinking that this has to do with the immune system and the inflammation that sets off after any injury. And controlling the immune system and the initial injury reaction will determine long-term fate. And so we, include my lab and other colleagues at Georgia Tech and Emory, are working on technologies to modulate the inflammation or injury reaction, if you will, so that self-healing happens. So imagine the heart, there's an attack and it heals itself. Imagine a spinal cord injury happens and it heals itself. So can we develop technologies to change the course of what happens after injury so we get what we call endogenous healing, that self-healing happens, rather than thinking about a world with spare parts that we put in to patch things up. I love being at Georgia Tech and Emory. I'm surrounded by fantastic students. We recruit some of the best students from all over the world, and they have the chance to go to very, very fine institutions all over the world, including the Georgia Tech of the North, and choose to come here. I have fantastic colleagues who are open-minded and always thinking of new things to do and such. And I have fantastic infrastructure, as you see in the lab here. And so I joke with my students that if we don't do well, it's our own fault. We are really blessed here, actually, to be in an environment that lets us express ourselves, if you will, as scientists and engineers.